What is going on, YouTube? Oh yeah, so you guys, by popular demand, have requested to see my GameCube collection. It is huge. It is cube-shaped. It is amazingly awesome. So here we go, guys. As requested, my GameCube collection as of the beginning of 2023. Alright guys, so we're just going to dive into it. Recently I've been building the GameCube collection. I know it's probably been a horrible time to do so with the prices and how inflation has been with retro gaming, and GameCube has just been insane for that.
Listen.
But we're going to go over it, and I've been picking up some randoms here and there, but as you'll see with my collection, it has been mostly stuff that I've wanted. It has not been just grab everything. Grab, Madden 2000, whatever, just shelf filler. I got rid of a lot of crap that I did not need to get some good titles. Some of these are in good shape. Some of them are just kind of wanting to hold on to, but the discs are perfect. So as we can go, as I mentioned that, here is numero uno on the list so far. So we have a copy of Resident Evil, Player's Choice. That'll be the first one to talk about. Now, I was half tempted on selling this one because, well, I've got Resident Evil on almost every system. But people tell me that this is the one to play. This is, yeah, when they upgraded it from the PlayStation 1, they ported it to the GameCube. This is the new one that they say is the best one to play, besides the later releases that came on Xbox and stuff like that. So I love playing it itself on my Xbox One because of the controls and get rid of the tank controls. But that's what we got now. So now moving on next to, we have a cool collection. We have the Sonic Mega Collection. So this one I like because it has Sonic 1, 2, 3, Mean Bean Machine, Spinball, 3D Blast, and Sonic & Knuckles. Sonic & Knuckles, of course, is my favorite Sonic game. But we have a copy of Sonic Mega Collection. And it is complete. Moving on to numero uno. Let's kind of jumping around because I want to show you some of them in a certain order. But we have a mint, very pretty copy of Resident Evil 0. Now, as far as you guys know, this is kind of a prequel to a lot of them. This takes place prior to the first game of them showing up at the mansion. But as you can see, very minty shape. Minty. It's very minty, guys. Going on next, we are going to power through this amazing trilogy that I had. Now, a shout out to, Prince of Persia, man. Just shout out to Prince of Persia. I think Media Man sold me these a while back for, I think it was about $30 to get all three of these games. So shout out to him. But we have Warrior Within. They're all, once again, like I said, besides a couple of these, they're all pretty minty. Because, like I said, I was only wanting to get games that I was going to want to play on the GameCube. So we have all three of the trilogy of Prince of Persia. Of course, if you got a GameCube, you have to have a copy of Metroid Prime. Now, this has been a gold mine someday to play this. I had not actually played this at all. I played the Super Nintendo one and stuff like that, but I never got around to playing Metroid Prime. And I'm always keeping my eye out for the sequel to that one, too. Oh, this is kind of fun. And I still think I need to pick up the first one, but we have a copy of Donkey Konga, too. I had the drums and stuff set away, but this is a really fun game if you were like into Guitar Hero and stuff like that. So one day I want to hook this up, hopefully to a CRT-TV again, because I tried it with my my flat screen, my smart TVs, and it just didn't seem to work right. There was a lag and stuff like that, so it did not work. But hopefully someday I can get a CRT-TV down here, and when we can hook this up and let my kids, and we'll bang away, man. We'll bang-a-lang like bang-a-lang like one of them hippies around the fire. God. Oh man, I'm done today. Everybody knows I'm a huge RPG fan, but I have not played this copy of Final Fantasy: The Crystal Chronicles. It looked very interesting, and I hear it's not actually one of the better ones in the game, so that's why I've not been focused too much on it. But I wanted to pick this up because the GameCube really didn't have very many Final Fantasy games, at least standalone ones. Like this one is only on the GameCube, so this is an exclusive title for it. So as you'll see with a lot of these, I've been holding on to grabbing exclusive titles. Well, exclusive for the time. Because if you look at this copy of Resident Evil 4, once again, minty as heck. My favorite Resident Evil game, by the way. it's right up there with Village. I loved Village, but Resident Evil 4 is my favorite, and I cannot wait for the remake this year. But yeah, this is just, it says only for the GameCube, and of course later on, with the future happening and stuff like that, it was later ported to almost every console possible. We have one of the funnest party games you will ever find, Super Monkey Ball 2. My buddy Adam talked to me about it one time. He's like, you know what, bud? You need to get this game. And I said, you're crazy. Why would I want to get Super Monkey Ball? What is up with that? He's like, just get it. So even for my bachelor party, the night of before I got married, me, him, and my older boys at the time, and we just sat down and played some Super Monkey Ball and some Mario Kart Double Dash, which is coming up next. But a very fun game. All the mini games, everything on it is freaking awesome. Everybody's talking about Mario Party, but nobody ever talks enough about Super Monkey Ball. But like I said, we'll go on to this one. So I have a minty copy of Mario Kart Double Dash. So originally, I picked up just the disc. My buddy, once again, Adam, he said, hey, I found a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash at Goodwill for $3. You want it? And I go, yes, please. And then later on at a garage sale, I happened to pick up this case for like $1. And I thought maybe it had the game in there. It didn't end up having the game in there, but I picked it up for $1. And guess what, guys? I had a loose copy at home. So I got this nice minty copy of Mario Kart Double Dash, and it is complete. So, very good. This is probably, besides the Mario Kart on Wii, this is honestly probably my favorite Mario Kart game. So moving on next, we just talked about it. Let's go over a little bit more. We're talking about Mario Party 7. Now, this is one of those games, too, that I loved. I haven't played this one as much as the other ones. I really love the one on Switch, and I really love Mario Party 2, which you guys will see later on in my N64 collection video. But these games are always fun, and they, for the most part, don't take much to get going and learn how to do. And the whole family can do it, and people we always talk about getting newer people into playing video games and stuff like that. And this is just a fun little way to pick up a game, and everybody just sit around and play together. So we can't talk about Nintendo without talking about Zelda. So unfortunately, I am looking for a better copy of Wind Waker because my case is absolutely chewed up. Like, literally looks like, I don't know if you can see it, somebody tried to clean it with like disinfectant or something like that, and it bubbled up the case. Yeah, and then we just had a loose disc, but oh, I never noticed that though. At least it does have a nice little Blockbuster tag on the back, so people from Game Chasers would love this. But I did not get too far in this one. I think I got to the point where I got the Master Sword, and then stuff just started happening, and I was not able to get any farther in the game. But I hope to sooner or later pick this back up and get going on her. Now this is actually one of my favorite games that I own for the GameCube, only because it has all the other frames. So we have the infamous Zelda promotional disc, which includes the 4 classic Zelda games. So you have The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 on the NES, and then you have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So this mixed up with the GameCube controller makes these games much more enjoyable to play, specifically the N64 games, because I don't not like the N64 controller very much, and being able to play them on GameCube makes it a hell of a lot better. So we're going to jump on over, like, once again, you have to have this because this was only on GameCube. But we have a nice little copy of Luigi's Mask. Wow, we were just talking about Majora's Mask, but Luigi's Mansion. We got a nice, cool copy of that. It is, for the most part, complete. We got, the manual and the game in here. And what can I say about this game that hasn't already been said? It was a surprise. I remember first seeing this and being like, seriously, what the heck is this game? Luigi walking around with a vacuum and sucking up ghosts and stuff. But guess what, guys? It just works. So it is what it is. It's a fun game. I really like this one, and then me and my son had a great time playing the one on the Nintendo Switch. Another exclusive title that you have to have, and probably still to this day one of the most popular ones, but a copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. My copy, though, is just a loose copy, but the reason of this, too, or no manual and stuff, is, once again, my buddy Adam, he was hitting it freaking awesomely, at Goodwill. He picked up the disc alone, I think, for $2 or $3. And then he hooked me up with a good deal on it. And then over time, I just tried to find a case loose, bought it on Mercari. But this is well known as one of the best Smash Brothers games. It really sucked on the Wii, and then obviously with the Wii U and the Switch, it kind of came back around. But I mean, they still have tournaments to this day with just this game, and it's just cool to see. And like I said, I've picked up a couple copies of these over the last few years and kind of sold them off for stuff in my collection because everybody loves this game and they're always looking for clean copies. So this is awesome. So I'm gonna leave the heaviest hitter for last, and you're gonna wonder why that there's an even bigger hitter than this one. But I have a decent copy of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. So I picked this up on Mercari for $100 I think. It has both discs, obviously manual. The case, for the most part, is in great shape. There is just a little bit of an indentation kind of on the front here. But I am a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and this is just a nice, sweet port of the original one that came out on PlayStation. And so I had to get a copy of this because, I mean, what kind of Metal Gear Solid fan would I be if I did not pick up this? I hope to someday actually sit down and play this through. Same with playing the original one again. It's been so many years. But yeah, speaking of that, if you were on a comment below and you're still here watching this video, which Metal Gear Solid game is your favorite? I would have to say mine personally is Snake Eater, that was on the PS2. I remember getting that one year for Christmas. Having a sour taste in my sour taste in my smell. Wow, I just mixed so many freaking senses. But having a sour taste in my mouth from Sons of Liberty, I liked the game, and it was just kind of a surprise to obviously play as Raiden instead of Solid Snake the whole game. But Snake Eater is the third game in the series, is probably my favorite Metal Gear Solid game. Now lastly, guys, so I don't really know too much about this game. I recently got a huge lot of games, as you guys have probably seen from my past pickup video, and they did not show me the games in that pickup video. So I had no idea this was in there. And this game alone paid for the whole pickup, and it was a big hit pickup. I mean, you could kind of see boxes, and maybe if I put it down a little bit more over there, there's totes behind me that are still full of stuff from that pickup. But I pulled this out, and it looked familiar, and it was because I've seen it on some past videos. We have a good copy of Ribbit King. The only flaw in this whole thing is there is obviously some GameStop stickers on there, which at some point I might try and remove. But it's complete. It has the manual. It's got both discs, and both discs are in amazing shape, as you can see here. It's one of those games too that they have it on the PS2. But on the PS2, it only sells for $25. This copy right here can go anywhere from $200 to $250, and that is absolutely insane, guys. So there you have it. That is my GameCube collection. Once again, I do have a loose copy of, let's see here. Oh, Super Mario Sunshine that I recently got in a lot that was inside of a GameCube. And I do have one more thing I wanted to show you guys quick. I think it's over here. But this was in a recent pickup too. And we have a Pokemon XD Edition GameCube. I did not know much about these, but I need to clean it up. But that is going to actually have two different GameCubes too. I have the black one and the platinum one, and now I have that one. So that, like I said, there's my GameCube collection. Once again, like I said, guys, please comment below what you think. What is your favorite Metal Gear Solid game? If you're even a fan of the series, if you're not a fan of the series, go ahead and comment that below too. Now, we don't ever talk about Metal Gear Survive, so if that's your favorite game, I want you to unsubscribe right now. I'm just kidding, guys. No, we don't talk about Metal Gear Survival. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay retro, my friends, and have yourself a great day. I'll see you next time.